everybody, Speed 2010 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the last car customization video of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC. So ladies and gentlemen, gonna be customizing the new Benefactor Vorschlaghammer as part of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC. The seventh and final drip fed vehicle, and the only sedan to come out of it. So with that being said, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, feel free to comment down below. And feel free to check out my Twitter if you want. And as always, I hope you enjoy. So, the Benefactor Vorschlaghammer, getting its little a translation as the sledgehammer, is the only car to come out of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC that is a sedan, but also with drift tuning, as you can clearly see. In terms of looks, this is being a Benefactor. This is primarily a Mercedes. More specifically, the AMG Hammer, a high-performance conversion variant of the 1986 to 1995 Mercedes-Benz 300e sedan, or at least the 124 sedan version. Anyway, this one was a limited edition. The car in real life was basically a Mercedes-Benz 300e sedan or coupe that was built by AMG. No, this is basically when AMG and Mercedes were both separate back in 1986, and this is actually the benchmark for super sedan / sports sedans today, like the E39 M5, the E39 M5, the Audi RS6, Cadillac, CTSVs. All of them are basically can basically trace their bases back to this, the OG super sedan, and it's hard not to see why. Back in 1986, when this thing came out, you basically had to buy a Mercedes 300e, excuse me, sedan, which came with a 3-liter inline 6, and then you would take it to AMG, and where they would do a complete overhaul. They would switch out the straight 6 for a 5-liter V8, which had about 355 to 375 horsepower depending on the model years, and the engines ranging from 5.6 to 6 liters in following years. And what you got was, you basically had to buy it at $39,000 in 1986 money, excuse me. Then you took it over to AMG to convert it, and that conversion was basically $125,000. And AMG only made a limited run of these, so this was a very limited production car. And what you can do on the GTA version here is you can basically turn it into almost a 1-to-1 version of the one in real life, which is what I'm gonna go for here, except with my own personal twist. Or you can turn it into as close as you can get, a 190 Evo 2 race car that was used in DTM. So that's basically what you're gonna those are the kind of two. Or you could even turn it into ASAP Rocky's 190e that was actually built and used in the Need for Speed Unbound video game for PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC. That's his actual car. Not gonna lie, it actually looks good. Anyway, this, like I said, this is the benchmark of all sports sedans today, and this one is rare. They didn't just make it in the sedan like you see here, but they also did it in the coupe version, because this is the 124 platform. So they did it just the sedan, the coupe, and they even did it a wagon or estate, if you want to go by that. And as for how many they actually built, even AMG themselves before they got absorbed into Mercedes in 1999. They don't even know what it is, how many they built, which makes them very, very rare, and not to mention very sought after. In fact, according to some research that I did prior to recording this, one of these AMG hammers actually sold for $761,800 in April of 2022. And man, this thing, okay, the real AMG GT, man, this thing is, like I said, this is the benchmark of all super sedans, and it showed. It has, even though it was powered by a 4-speed automatic transmission, and it topped out at about 186 miles an hour, and some saying 190 in later years, but the original one in 86 when it came out in, it was always in this black color, which matches the wheels, which I may end up changing on this one. I don't know, but basically what you got was kind of a sleeper. It's 5-liter V8, was powerful enough to get this thing to 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat, a 13.5 quarter mile, and a top speed of 186. And this thing weighed around 3,600 pounds. Keep in mind the acceleration in quarter mile. This thing was powerful enough to beat the Lamborghini Countach and the Ferrari Testarossa of the same model years. This thing could out accelerate both of those supercars at the time. Man. And honestly, which is actually why it's so famous, because this basically created the sports sedan / super sedan category that we see today. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this one. I will say this, this thing does have a drift tuning upgrade, and it's gonna cost you 200 grand. I'll come back to the colors later. And they didn't just do the engine. They also AMG also did the suspension and whatnot, so it could corner better. And they only made like I said, they only made a handful of these. And in 1992 or 1993, give or take, Mercedes-Benz actually came out with the 500E, which was technically their version of the AMG Hammer before, not counting the actual thing. It's kind of like almost like a tribute car, kind of like their own model based off of what they did in 1986, even though the AMG Hammer was actually still being built. Oh, and yeah, this RS wing, this is the Evo, the 190 Evo 2 wing spoiler, excuse me, that was being used on the race car, and the homologation special. A little too big, maybe a bit lower than I might consider it. And also, this is the car that's driven by Omar Garcia of the Bottom Dollar Bounties Most Wanted. Except his, I will admit, I don't know. His just looks, I don't know. I'm gonna lower the. I'm gonna keep the suspension stock. Transmission. I'm gonna put a turbo in it, because why not? Wheels, I'm not sure. I might switch them up. I'm gonna put bulletproofs on. Oh, speaking of performance, Buffy 1322, he did the testing of this earlier today. Yesterday actually. Yeah, yesterday actually. And the Vorschlaghammer is actually pretty cool. It's actually performs decently. It's 7th overall in terms of lap time with a top speed of 122 miles an hour. Not bad. And this thing comes with a 5-speed when you first buy it. Now then, the paint job. Kind of wish it had the dual. Kind of wish it did have dual exhaust, but I'm not really complaining. What did I do? Benefactor ornament. Nah. The classic. Okay, so the classic is the top half of the car, but it also changes the interior stitching. Yeah, I want to go with the whole black on black. I think that'd be a bit much. I don't know. Part of me feels that this could have been a tuner that was left over, but at the same time, I don't know. Metal is metal. Brush steel. No, we'll go with the. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a dark steel for both of them. And it's not exactly silver, but it's. I mean, this thing is literally translated to as sledgehammer, so I think I'll go for that sledgehammerish color. Not exactly silver or black, but kind of something in between, I guess. Now this car actually took me by surprise, because I was not expecting this car to come out, or at least be added. So yeah. I wanna go with the SUV wheels. I mean, I guess you want to try to go for like the, not necessarily a OEM, but I think the closest you can get are the cutters here, I guess. Yeah. If you want to go for like a 190E build, the Saisoku wheels are the closest that you can get, personally. Or you could, I guess the Joku Dory wheels, I guess. Yeah. Slide. Man, it's not how to choose different shoes. Choose a car. Which one's gonna work? what? I'm gonna keep the wheels as is. Kinda like that offset, like a dark steel but with black wheels. I might change them. I might change them off screen. But yeah, that's what I have to say for this one. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. Alright, that's all I gotta say for now. Laters.